there! I'm Gwen, 16, and living it up with my single dad in a small town in Brazil. Life was all sunshine and rainbows until I hit 17. Bye, Dad!
What about breakfast? That kid.
Today we're going camping, and oh boy am I psyched to hang out with Cedric all day! What? Never seen a knockout before? You're nuts! But then, Kate blocks my way before I can hop on the bus. Hey, why is she... Huh? Why are you... That's Kate, a bona fide troublemaker. Always butting heads with me, and I can't even figure out why. Well, you know what? Forget it. I don't have time for this. I'm sure he's sitting somewhere. Oh, there he is. Cedric, you heartthrob. Bingo. Hold up. Huh? To my shock, Kate shoves me aside and snacks a seat next to my crush. You look as annoying as ever trying to copy me. In your dreams, that's my spot. And then we were hauled straight to the principal's office and banned from the trip. All thanks to that blonde pain in the neck. Worse still, our parents got called in. First time my dad's been dragged in for something this embarrassing. I braced for his wrath, but this time it was different.
Just a small misunderstanding. Shake hands, girls.
Kids will be kids. Kate and I grudgingly complied, though I was secretly hoping to kick her butt someday. Post-incident, Cedric started ignoring me in class. You'll never go for a troublemaker like you. Ugh, she just can't keep her nose out of my business. One day at school, the cheer squad was scouting for new members after one of them sprained her ankle during practice. That's hurt, but look at them. I couldn't deny their charisma. If I'm one of them, Cedric will notice me for sure. I signed up on the spot. That's gotta be mine. On the day of the tryouts, to my surprise, Kate was there too. But she blew it by messing up a flip. Please let me try again. Just a tiny mistake. She's just a lightweight. But I was wrong. Kate was craftier than I thought. That afternoon, I saw her at the mall with a friend. No one can resist pricey gifts. I'll buy my way to team captain. So full of herself. Does she think money can buy everything? On my way home, I stopped by a small market to pick up some essentials. I was ready to give her a taste of her own medicine. Sure enough, the next day at recess, half the cheer team stormed into my class fuming. Do you think we're cheap, gifting us fakes? And the tags, Chanel with 2 N's? Dero? What even is that? Shameless. You trying to ruin us? My beautiful face! Kate's face drained of color, and I had to cover my mouth to stifle a loud laugh. I guess I need a coffee. Gwen, I'm so sorry I messed up your plan. It's all my fault. My jaw dropped as Kate continued her sobbing act. Who knew she'd drag me down with her? Fuming. I'm sorry. It was an accident. Gwen and I didn't mean it. Just a tiny mistake. And that was the end of my cheer dream. Cut it out. You're quite the actress. If I didn't, they'd roast us both like they do to the barbecue. Didn't think you'd be dumb enough to tick them off. Well... Dad waves from afar, saving me from an awkward moment.
How was school, honey?
Before I could answer, a woman in the passenger seat spoke up. Hi, Gwen. Mom? Why are you with her dad? Kate and I exchanged glances, slowly piecing things together. But then... What the heck?
Shh, watch your mouth, girls. We're getting to know each other.
Oh, come on. I'm just shocked. Focus on them. We might be moving in together soon. Oh God, no way! I thought the worst thing would be getting rejected by Cedric. But living with Kate? That's like a whole new level of hell. I am not living with her.
I've made up my mind. It's a decision, not a question.
I'll stop causing trouble. I'll top the class next month. Break up with her dad, please. She's so clueless. Like that's gonna work. But whatever. I'll do anything to change their minds. Even if it means teaming up with her. And so we did. If persuasion doesn't work, we'll just have to make them hate each other. Our sudden good behavior threw them off. Dad and I helped Kate and her mom Lily move in. Jesus, the stuff that girl has! You don't even have a bookshelf? Yeah, so? Books make me dizzy and nauseous. Blech. Lily glanced at Dad and me, forcing a smile. She must have had her fill of Kate's craziness, too. Our first dinner together went smoothly, except for Kate being her usual unbearable self. And I had to act all cool in front of Dad. Living like this is so exhausting. In the middle of the night, Kate banged on my door, just to invite me to a water gun fight. Are you nuts? No, my mom goes crazy when I spray water on her expensive clothes. I think we should prank them. But Kate's dumb idea sparked a brilliant one in me. Dad has this habit of doing laundry in the morning, sorting clothes by color. Sorry, Dad, but I've got a mission. I mixed Lily's white Chanel blouse with Dad's red shorts and my pink socks. Here, add this too. I was startled when Kate handed me her favorite jacket. Yo, isn't this her favorite piece? I don't like it anymore because it looks like yours. I quickly threw them in the washer and bolted. There's a thrill in being naughty. Lily's scream made Dad drop his fork. Kate and I rushed down pretending to be shocked. Lily held the now color-stained Chanel blouse. Oh, Mom, when did you buy this new blouse? New style?
I didn't know. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It was old anyway. Kate and I exchanged glances, knowing we were one step closer to our goal. But things got complicated when we found out Dad was planning to propose. Oh no, this can't happen! When Dad was busy cooking, I sneakily switched the real ring. What did you switch it with? Just wait. Tonight's gonna be the last night we live together. Promise me that. Look, they're sitting down now. What will this romantic scene turn into when... Oh my goodness! It's so cute! Huh? What did you switch it with? Aw, I've been looking for this spider model for ages! So lucky! Didn't I tell you? My mom's a scientist specializing in spiders! Like mother, like daughter. Both equally weird. Despite the failures, our determination wasn't damped. We had to do something more drastic. Like some kind of cosmic joke, Dad announced we were going on a family camping trip that weekend. Before leaving, Kate and I sneakily ditched all the food they painstakingly prepared. Bet Lily would be super mad at Dad for being so forgetful. After setting up camp and starting a fire, Dad realized we'd forgotten the food. Let's see how he handles Lily's fury now.
Actually, I think it'll be more fun to forage for our own food than to use what we prepared.
Lily was the most enthusiastic about this idea, while Kate and I knew Dad was just making excuses. Now I know where I get my knack for schemes from.
Let's split into teams. The winning team can ask the losing team to do anything.
This sparked my interest. Kate and I teamed up, determined to win and ask them to call off the wedding. We dashed into the forest, quickly finding mushrooms. But Kate, being her clueless self, only focused on the colorful ones. These must taste amazing! Most colorful mushrooms are poisonous, you know! Really? How do you know that? Ignoring Kate's endless questions, I ventured deeper into the woods. Jeez, it was freezing! Ugh, this sucks. Fine, you find my share too. If you don't try, we'll be stuck with each other forever. You want that? But she didn't answer me then. Kate? Hello? This isn't funny, you know. No response, and a chilly breeze gave me goosebumps. Guess Kate got scared and ran off. I need to get out of here. But just as I reached the edge of the woods, I heard a moan. Gwen, help me! How the heck did you fall down there? Get up, it's freezing! Idiot, my leg's stuck. Seeing her in pain, part of me felt satisfied. She stole my spot, sabotaged my cheer tryout. I hate her, right? Should I just leave her? She deserves it. Despite all the thoughts racing through my head, I found myself jumping into the cold stream, struggling to lift the log trapping Kate. I think I sprained my ankle. As I wondered how to carry her back, Dad and Lily rushed over. To my surprise, Lily pushed me to the ground to reach Kate. Are you okay? How did this happen? Is it because of...
Enough, Lily! Can't you see Gwen soaking wet too?
A heated argument erupted and Kate and I had to intervene. Their relationship became tenser than ever. The next day, Kate and her mom were moving out of our house. So our plan worked, right? I walked back inside and felt empty. No more of Kate's wicked laughter or her silly water gun. Dinner felt gloomier. Dad, we were happy when it was just us, right?
We'll be happy again, honey.
Did I focus too much on myself and forget about Dad's happiness? A few days passed and... time to take action. The next morning I got up early, ready to leave. Yeah, I'm going to Lily's to fix what I broke. But as I opened the door, I bumped into someone. Kate? Uncle Henry! I brought my mom! Gwen and I have something to tell you two! Kate, usually so scatterbrained, was surprisingly articulate today. She explained everything that happened that day. Gwen saved me. I was just too scared to speak. I'm so sorry. I was just too panicked. I smiled at them for the first time ever, learning to accept and forgive. Honestly, living with Kate wasn't so bad, except for our constant bickering over who's the sister in the house. I guess I caught her silliness. So we won the mushroom picking, right? Right. So our request is to become a happy family together.
That night, it was pouring rain. I snuck out from Grandma's house to call Dad. Hurry up, Dad! Get me out of this hellhole! The phone kept ringing, and I prayed that if Dad picked up, I wouldn't have to suffer in this miserable place anymore. Please, I'm begging you! Suddenly, a tall guy rushed into the phone booth where I was standing, scaring me half to death. Who are you? Shh, quiet. From afar, I saw a group of burly men in black chasing after him. Right then, he unexpectedly kissed me, leaving me frozen. The phone finally connected, but I couldn't push him away to answer.
Hello? Hello?
Find that kid, quick!
You're so rude! My dad hung up, and the guy didn't even care about the slap I gave him. He just ran off without an apology. Well, I was trying to stay calm to tell you all about my super dramatic story. Hi, I'm Ari, the richest and most famous heiress in Australia. Everyone feared me. I didn't look like that a moment ago, did I? Don't worry, I'm not a liar. I was forced to live in this awful place, and that rude guy ruined my chance to get back home. My dad was a famous politician in the US. Living alone for so long and getting $1 million allowance each month meant I had everything I wanted. Luxury mansions, designer clothes, lavish parties with celebrities. Saying I was born with a titanium spoon in my mouth wouldn't be wrong. But one day, during a cool sunset, while I was sunbathing, a door slam shattered my peace. Sweetie! Oh Lord, it was my grandma. My scary grandma. Haven't you heard? You're coming to live with me. What the fudge? I wasn't going to that boring, stinky place. I had a disaster of a time when I visited her at age 10. I saw a horse poop right in the middle of her house. I swore I'd never go back there. I'll never live in that stinky country place. I slammed the door on Grandma. Then night came and I went to sleep. I slept soundly on my $1,000 comfy bed. Ah, what a peaceful morning with no one bothering me. We've arrived at the endless field, sweetie. Why was I laying on a pile of hay? Grandma had gone nuts! While I was asleep, she and the bodyguards put me on a private jet and brought me to the countryside. You probably know what happened next. I was furious and screamed in my grandma's house. Ugh! Look at this bed! How can I sleep here?
Quiet down. I'll have someone fix it tomorrow.
Grandma was even worse. She took all my credit cards and my phone. I had to get back to Australia. Luckily, I found 2 cents in my room and snuck out to call Dad. But the stranger wasted my last 2 cents. Because of him, I had no choice but to follow Grandma's rules. A week later, I started at the local high school. From the moment I walked in, everyone stared at me differently. Of course, because I looked nothing like the people there. Suddenly, some noise caught my attention. A big guy was bullying other boys, holding a wad of cash. Wait, wasn't that the guy I met? Bullying the weak? So that's his nature. Not on my watch. Who do you think you are, hitting others?
So, you're friends with these losers?
Look at yourself, you sleazy creep. If you touch them, I'll tell everyone about the other night. Hearing that, he huffed and walked away. On my first day at school, I became a hero, but I still didn't like this place. Later, my friends told me he was Frank, and his dad was a convict. He probably inherited those genes. I just wanted to stay away from that toxic guy. After school, I headed back to Grandma's farm. When I got inside the bar, I didn't see her anywhere. I rummaged around the bar area and grabbed a drink. Suddenly, a sharp slap hit my back.
Hey, thief! Pay for that drink!
Ouch! That hurt! What now? Why was he here? Grandma!
Oh, I forgot to introduce you. This is Frank. He manages the bar for me.
Could it get any worse? Running into my nemesis at school was bad enough, but now I had to see him at home too? If you don't let me go back home, I'll run away. I hate this place. I hate you and I hate that jerk. I angrily packed my bags and headed for the door. That's when Grandma spoke up.
Fine. When you earn $3,000, you can go wherever you want. Frank, make sure she's got the money.
Both Frank and I were stunned by that declaration, but clearly it was my only way out of here. I couldn't just leave without a dime. After that day, I had to do chores I'd never done before. Worse, I had to work under the watchful eye of that annoying Frank. I washed glasses, cleaned stables, rented out horses, and served at the bar. After a night's work, I earned just $20. But I broke glasses, let horses loose, and argued with customers more times than I could count. Each time, Frank deducted $10 from my pay. How was I ever going to make that money? Earning cash was tougher than I thought. Maybe I could charm him into not docking my pay, right? Look at me. Don't I look irresistible?
Are you catching a cold? Drink this!
Ugh, such an unromantic guy. At school, I usually ignored Frank, yet he kept trying to sit near me, making everyone too scared to approach. What did he want from me? I'd scold him harshly every time he did that at school, so everyone knew how much I despised Frank. One day, a bookish girl pulled me aside. I want to show you something. She dragged me to a corner. The guys I defended on my first day were bullying someone for money. Surprised? Frank got my money back from them. Turns out, he wasn't as bad as I thought. After learning that, I felt conflicted about Frank. One day, I was on a high ladder in the library trying to get a book. Suddenly, Mr. Dean, one of our teachers, pulled out a hidden camera. He was filming me secretly. Out of nowhere, Frank appeared and kicked the camera out of his hand. He lifted me off the ladder and coldly stomped on the camera.
Are you? If you want to keep your job, stop this disgusting behavior.
That day, Frank and I walked home together, and I kept teasing him.
If you want to keep your job.
So cool.
Knock it off already.
Anyway, thanks and sorry. Frank looked surprised at me. Finally, I had the courage to thank him for saving me and apologize for misunderstanding about the bullying. I hoped nothing worse would happen between us. But life had other plans. A few days later, when Frank was in charge of our class's field trip funds, we discovered the money was missing. Just then, Mr. Dean walked by our class and sneered.
Son of a convict, deep in debt, must be a thief like his father.
I couldn't hold it in anymore. I threw my shoe at his head. Frank is not a thief. We'll earn back that money. After that, Frank and I worked extra hard at Grandma's bar. With his help, I stopped causing trouble and fighting with customers. I wasn't sure why, but I felt motivated to work hard. Maybe I wanted to help Frank repay the funds, or maybe I wanted to go back to Australia. I wasn't sure. Once, when a neighboring restaurant drew customers away with horse racing, Frank had an idea. He pulled me on stage and taught everyone tap dance, drawing a bigger crowd. In one night, we made $2,000 for the bar. When we each received $1,000 for our work that night, I hugged Frank. I saw the proud look in Grandma's eyes. We were getting closer, and Frank shared that on the day we first met, he was running away from his dad's debt collectors. No one had ever made me feel as safe as he did. So different from my lonely life in Australia. At this rate, I'll earn $3,000 soon. Then it'll be hard for you to see me. Suddenly, Frank fell silent. I did too. Why did I feel so sad? Could it be that I liked Frank? I missed my fabulous life in Australia, but things weren't as bad as I thought, especially since Frank showed up. Early in the morning, as usual, Frank arrived first to open the bar. When I went downstairs, I saw Frank rummaging through my wallet, holding the money I'd worked so hard to earn. His phone was on the table, and someone on the other end was urging him to pay the debt. I couldn't believe it. I'd never felt so disappointed. I'd fallen for a thief and a user. All his kindness had been a lie. How could you be so low, Frank?
Ari, let me explain.
I was going to tell you that I liked you, and I didn't want to go back to Australia. Hearing that, Frank was stunned. Now he understood how heartbroken I was. Mr. Dean wasn't wrong. Take this money and don't show your face to me again. I trusted and loved Frank, but he turned out to be like everyone else, using me. After that day, Frank tried to come to the bar to see me, but I always avoided him. I didn't want to talk to him anymore. Grandma saw the tension between us. I knew she'd speak well of Frank, so I avoided her too. One day, Frank didn't come to school, and the whole school buzzed with news that Mr. Dean had been fired for stealing the class funds and blaming Frank. Even so, I couldn't forgive Frank for stealing my hard-earned money. But soon after, I regretted it when I got home to Grandma.
I have something to tell you. Actually, I'm the one who told Frank to take that money.
After she explained everything, I was stunned. It turned out Grandma brought me here because Dad was involved in a political investigation. Our house in Australia was seized. Grandma had asked Frank to secretly protect me and find a way to get money to keep me here. The good news was Dad had been cleared and our property was returned. I'd soon go back to Australia, but since Frank knew about our family's situation, he was forced to leave.
If you really love him, don't let him go.
I didn't think twice and ran as fast as I could to Frank's house. But no one was there. I stood outside his door and cried loudly. Grandma told me everything. Don't go. I'll mess up. I'll stumble and break things without you. How can I live better without you? Suddenly, a hand tapped my shoulder, making me jump.
I was just packing. Don't you feel embarrassed crying outside my house like this?
I kept sobbing while Frank kept teasing me. It was super embarrassing. Frank gently wiped my tears and said,
Grandma only told you part of it. I took the money because I was afraid I wouldn't see you again. But this is the last time we'll meet here.
Despite my tears, Frank just laughed.
Because I just got a new job as a bodyguard for some rich heiress in Australia. Got it? So stop crying.
Grandma made it sound like I was really going to lose him. In the end, Grandma tricked me. Frank didn't hesitate to pull me close. And you know what happened next, right?
Hi there, my name is Anita. My twin brother Milo and I have been inseparable because our parents are always busy. So he's the one who takes care of me. But after today, everything is going to change. Milo has decided to attend a boarding school in the city to pursue his dream of joining NASA.
We're just a phone call away. I'll always be there when you call.
The day Milo left, I quietly watched the taxi take him away. We only talked on the phone for the first few days, then it became less frequent, and I knew something was wrong. Just as I was about to grab my backpack and go find him, Milo came back, and he didn't look as happy as he did when he left.
I'm not going back to school. I'm staying home now.
But why?
Because of the bullies in the dorm. They're terrifying.
At that moment, a notification popped up on his phone about his NASA scholarship, but even that didn't cheer him up.
I can't continue school anymore.
But if you drop out now, you'll lose everything. Determined more than ever, I came up with the idea of pretending to be him to handle the bullies and keep his scholarship until he could go back to school.
No way. Don't forget, it's a boys' dorm.
At first, Milo was strongly against my idea. I had to beg, saying I wanted to experience such a prestigious school, and if I encountered any trouble, I'd come back home immediately. I'll learn how to be a dude, don't worry. Piece of cake.
Don't forget the names Oliver and Perry. They're the devils.
I spent 3 days researching online how to act like a boy, preparing baggy clothes, t-shirts, jeans, and sneakers. I didn't forget to bind my chest and wear a wig. Now I look just like Milo. Even our parents wouldn't be able to tell us apart. I said goodbye to my brother and set off. On the first day of school, I tried to act super cool, whistling and winking at the girls in the hallway, but I couldn't avoid the annoyed looks from the other boys. Okay, time to dial it down. Nervousness made me suddenly need to pee, so I rushed into the bathroom and saw a bunch of girls taking selfies in front of the mirror. As soon as they saw me, they screamed. I remembered I was pretending to be Milo and should have gone to the boys' bathroom. I'm sorry, wrong room. I got lost. I ran to the boys' bathroom and was shocked by the smell. Toilet paper was everywhere and the mirror looked like someone had punched it. Yuck, no saving this place. After class, I headed back to the dorm, ready to face the ugly bullies, when a guy came up and put his arm around me. I jumped and pushed him away. I wasn't used to close contact with boys, you know.
Did you see the game last night, bro? Man, it was epic.
I awkwardly joined their conversation, trying to sound knowledgeable. Oh yeah, when he nailed that soccer goal, I totally lost it, bro.
We're talking about baseball, not soccer.
Just as I was trying to come up with a lie, a voice from afar caught my attention.
Milo!
I turned around and saw two guys standing at the classroom door. A glow behind them made others step aside. Handsome and tall. Perfect was the word for them.
Weakling nerd. Carry your bags back to the dorm.
He shoved 2 bags into my hands. What the fudge? Why should I do that?
Forget the great Oliver already? I'm your worst nightmare. Don't forget Perry either. My fists do the talking.
He raised his fist in front of my face to intimidate me. So, it was them. I thought they'd be fat and ugly. Fine, they'd pay for what they did to Milo. The game was on. I agreed to carry their bags to the dorm because I was preparing a perfect plan. When I opened the door, I dropped everything in shock. It was like a giant city dump. Clothes, trash, apple core scattered all over the floor. Ugh, seriously? Boys are gross. I rolled up my sleeves and started cleaning. Nope, I only cleaned my area. Their trash, I threw all of it on their beds. Why not? I wasn't their maid, and they weren't kings. Milo said the best way to avoid getting punched was to obediently do their homework, but I wasn't about to do that. I'd add a little spice to make things more interesting. Mwahaha! Let's see who the real loser is in this game. I kicked back, feet up on the desk, as Oliver and Perry returned. They froze like statues when they saw their beds buried in trash.
What the heck is going on here?
Your mess, your problem.
Wait a minute, Milo? Are you kidding us?
Nope.
You weak nerd. Forgot my fist already?
Perry cracked his knuckles and lunged at me. I quickly stood up and pointed towards the door. Hey, Mr. Thompson! I tricked them and sprinted down the hallway. Perry's furious roar echoed behind me.
You're gonna pay for this, Milo!
I wandered outside until late in the evening. Passing by an old lady struggling to sell her last flower, I bought it. You can go home and rest now. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. You too. Nuh-uh, I couldn't. As I turned to leave, I tripped, sending the flower flying. When I got up, I saw it neatly placed in the hands of a strange girl, her cheeks blushing with happiness. It's beautiful. Thank you. I didn't know how to handle the situation when she suddenly jumped and hugged my arm. You're so sweet. I'm Misha. I own a flower shop, but you're the first to give me flowers. My jaw dropped when I realized I was standing in front of a large, gorgeous flower shop, and the owner was clinging to me. Yes, I'll be your girlfriend. I couldn't believe it. It was an accident. Help me. I had to come up with an excuse to escape from Misha and get back to the dorm. I hoped they were all asleep so I could shower in peace. But oh, mamma mia. What hit me is the sight of their half-naked bodies, wearing nothing but towels, showing off their muscular physiques. I had to cover my face before my nose bled. Seeing me, Perry rushed over to grab me, but this time Oliver stopped him.
The actual supervisor is coming. Go to bed, boys. Stop causing trouble.
As soon as Perry let go, I dashed into the bathroom and stayed put. I didn't feel safe with those guys outside. After a while, I heard Oliver convincing Perry to go out.
But I'm so sleepy, boss. Let's go.
Only when they left did I dare to shower. Phew! The next day, when Mr. Thompson walked into class, I heard Oliver let out a loud hiss and quickly shut his notebook. Perry did the same right after. I knew why they were acting that way. When Mr. Thompson saw them trying to hide their notebooks, he made them open them in front of everyone. They shot me hateful glares, but had to comply. The class was shocked to see their notebooks filled with bizarre drawings.
How dare you insult me? It wasn't us. Milo did it.
Me? How could I have your notebooks? I don't do your homework, remember? Perry was speechless. Both of them were punished to kneel with their hands raised outside the classroom all morning. After class, as I walked by, Perry muttered a threat.
I swear you'll regret being born. Perry, raise your hands higher.
I stuck my tongue out at them before running off. Revenge was sweet. I'd deal with the consequences later. I didn't even make it out of the dorm when Perry burst in, grabbed me, and slammed me against the wall.
You think this is funny? Even if the sky falls, I'm gonna give you a beating!
Perry swung his fist and I closed my eyes tightly, but the hit never came. Oliver had caught Perry's punch.
Stop it! Why? You hate him too! It's different now. He's someone special.
I looked at Oliver and he looked back at me. My heart skipped a beat. Could he have figured out I was a girl?
Because he's my sister's boyfriend.
What? Hello? Misha popped her head in from the door, her face beaming. It was the flower shop girl from the other night. Misha ran over, hugged me tightly, and kissed my cheek. I had to ask my brothers to find out about you, my sweet boyfriend. Who's your boyfriend?
What? I can't hear you.
Oliver glared at me and I could only gulp and nod. At least this way I solved Milo's problem. He wouldn't be bullied anymore. But now my brother had a clingy new girlfriend, Misha. Because of Misha's instructions, Oliver stuck to me like glue to make sure no other girl got close. One time, I was trying to eat lunch quickly to escape Oliver's watchful eyes, when he casually pointed at his cheek. What the fudge? What did he mean by that? That's so weird.
Just do it!
With his insistence, I closed my eyes and gave him a quick peck on the cheek. My face started burning up while Oliver stood there stunned. It's made me wish Perry were here to knock me out so I wouldn't have to face this humiliation. One morning, I went on a picnic in the park with Misha and Oliver. When Oliver went to buy drinks, Misha playfully leaned over the edge of the water and slipped in.
Help! I can't swim!
I panicked, not knowing what to do. I wanted to save her, but I couldn't swim either. And above all, I'd be exposed if I went into the water. Suddenly, another guy nearby jumped in and quickly pulled Misha to safety. As soon as they were on shore, Misha stormed over to me and slapped me hard.
You coward! I can't believe I liked you! We're done!
Like a gust of wind, Misha left with the guy, leaving me standing there stunned.
Did I miss something?
Misha, she just slapped me and dumped me.
Are you okay?
Oliver pulled me closer to check the mark on my cheek. Our faces were inches apart.
Milo, I can't hide my feelings anymore. I never knew I was gay until I met you again. There's something about you that makes my heart race.
What? The bully just confessed to me? No, he confessed to my brother. Oh my Molly Holly. My phone rang, breaking the awkward moment. The news I received was even more shocking. Perry was live streaming to the entire school, pulling out a wig and girl stuff from under my pillow.
Look what I found! Milo is a girl in disguise!
This was a bombshell in the boys' dorm. The principal was furious and threatened to expel Milo and to revoke his scholarship if it was true. Oliver was stunned too. He kept looking at me and then at his phone, stammering. I had to bring the real Milo here. There was no other way but to tell the whole truth on the way home, from how my brother was tormented by two bullies to how I pretended to be him for revenge. Oliver seemed relieved when he learned I was actually a girl. Milo met me at the door, horrified to see who was with me, but Oliver stepped forward and bowed in apology. After recounting everything that had happened, Milo agreed to return to school. Milo stepped onto the stage where everyone was watching with curious eyes. He prepared to open his shirt to prove he was a boy when Perry rushed over and yanked his hair.
That hurts! What the fudge are you doing? How can this be? I saw the wig and girl's binder in your stuff. Those are for cosplay!
Perry was then shunned by everyone and no longer dared to use his fist to solve problems. As for Oliver, he became my brother's protector and even feared him because Oliver wouldn't allow him to date me. The prince, enchanted by the beauty of the sleeping princess. Can the kiss of true love awaken her? He slowly leans in. Why is he taking so long? I can't wait any longer. I wrap my arms around his neck and we kiss. Oops, forgot we were in the middle of a play. But who can blame me when my crush and I get to play this scene together? Hello, I'm Sierra, someone who never hesitates to chase the love of her life. And that's why my love life is quite a roller coaster of laughs and tears. Before we dive in, don't forget to like and subscribe to MDA. Nowhere I've been could ever be as big and beautiful as my family's mansion in the San Francisco Bay. It makes sense since my parents are wealthy business tycoons known all around. I bet some people think, just another dumb rich kid. But nuh-uh, I've never slipped from the top of my class. In high school, I was directly admitted to one of the elite schools filled with notable rich kids. Meet Daisy, my best friend. Believe it or not, her family owns a gold mine. My life has nothing to complain about, except for one issue, me. That move was totally
unexpected, Sierra. Where did you find the courage to do that?
I just went crazy, I guess. But I really like him, though he didn't seem too comfortable, did he? People often tell me I'm too forward and enthusiastic when I like someone, sometimes making the boys feel overwhelmed. I think, how would they know if you don't show your feelings? But in the end, all my budding romances never lead anywhere. Most recently was when I met this guy, Robert. Jeez Louise. He shone like a second sun. I knew I was struck by love at that moment. As always, I didn't miss any chance to get close to him. Stalking his Instagram and sending him goodnight texts, buying breakfast and placing it on his desk, or sneaking into his lab class and just becoming his partner. Occasionally, he'd send a goodnight text back or thank me for the breakfast. Robert definitely noticed me. Then one day, he approached me with the sweetest strawberry milk ever.
My arm's so sore after volleyball practice today, and I can't even lift it. And now I have to carry this huge box of books down to the storage room.
Oh, no problem, Robert. Let me help you. I guessed afterward, Robert would ask me out as a thank you, and finally, my love life would look up. But then...
Kiara? She's easy. Doesn't take much to win her over. I tell her to jump, she asks how high.
My blood boiled in rage. I hurled the box of books straight at Robert and his friends. You jerk! I turned and walked away, vowing to make him regret ever underestimating me. Then suddenly, someone stood right in front of me, causing me to almost bump into him. He had AirPods in and was buried in a book. I tried to dodge, but he stubbornly wouldn't move aside. Are you blind? Can't you see to move out of the way?
Oh, I'm sorry. Please, don't cry.
I kept crying, and it wasn't until after I'd eaten 3 ice creams he bought me that I began to calm down. That's when I learned his name was Carter. After hearing the whole story between me and Robert, Carter made an incredibly unexpected offer.
How about this? I'll pretend to date you to make that Robert guy jealous. In return, help me get straight A's this semester so I can get a scholarship. I know you're really smart, Kiara. Deal?
Carter's weird but totally legit proposal got the thumbs up right then and there. Boom! I had a boyfriend overnight! Daisy was totally gobsmacked when she met the new friend, so I spilled the whole saga to her.
What? That jerk actually said that about you? Heck no! Robert always acts all saintly, but he's really just trash!
And then Daisy dropped a bombshell of her own.
Hey, if you and Carter aren't serious, how about hooking me up with him? He seems pretty cool. It's a win-win. Robert will be on his knees begging for your forgiveness, and who knows, maybe me and Carter could be a thing. I'm getting even more pumped for prom.
I was all in. All I cared about was making Robert regret everything. If he even tries to ask me to prom, I'll shoot him down in a heartbeat. Me and Carter started scheming to show up everywhere Robert could see us, grabbing lunch at the canteen, flirting in front of his locker, and walking home together. Gotta admit, our acting wasn't half bad. It was like we were actually an item. Turns out Carter and I clicked more than I expected. We could chat about nothing all day and never get bored. None of the guys I chased before ever tied my shoes, carried my books, or held my hand crossing the street, like Carter did. And weirdly enough, butterflies started fluttering inside me. But I couldn't forget my deal with Daisy. I thought playing matchmaker would be easy, but my feelings were turning into a real cat and dog fight. Honestly, I didn't want any of this. Oh, fancy meeting you here. Wasn't that scene just a heart stopper? My bad. Woohoo! Let's hear you scream! Oops, sorry. Just chasing this grasshopper. Bye, Carter.
What's up with you, Sierra? There hasn't been a single date without you crashing it.
It's just coincidence. I didn't plan it.
Come on out with it. You like Carter, don't you?
My heart skipped a beat like Daisy just stabbed me. No way, that's crazy. Trust me, we're just pretending to annoy Robert. Daisy let it slide, but what if she was right? I couldn't stop thinking about Carter every time I saw him. One day while studying with Carter, he suddenly leaned really close. Holy moly, I could feel his breath on my cheek. My heart was racing as I looked into his bright, twinkling eyes. And then, Carter gently picked a leaf out of my hair. No way, I'm totally falling for him. The prom announcements were starting to circulate around school. I suddenly realized I hadn't thought about Robert in ages, even now as I saw him inviting another girl to prom. Had I really wasted my time on something so pointless?
Kiara? I was wondering, would you like to be my prom mate?
I was dying to say yes, but my head held me back. I'm sorry, Carter. I can't. You should ask Daisy, right?
Kiara, are those your real feelings?
Instead of answering, I just ran away. As prom day drew near, everyone else seemed hyped, but I was just not feeling it. Let's see. Which dress matches my new nail color? Maybe go big this year and get one custom made? What do you think, Sierra? Well, I think I might skip prom this year. What the fudge? It's only once a year, Sierra! You can't be serious! I don't know. I'm just not up for it. Did you know Carter just got a scholarship? He's prepping for study abroad plans next month. Carter hadn't mentioned anything to me. Maybe this is where it all ends. Really? Good for him. Gosh, where's that fiery girl who boldly chases after her crush? Why are you acting like this? It's obvious you like Carter, but you won't admit it. What are you talking about? I don't. I just hooked him up with you. All right, I get it. Listen, Sierra, Carter told me from the start he liked you. You think that deal about straight A's was real? Carter could ace that blindfolded. It was just an excuse to be close to you, you dummy. Daisy, but you... I don't like Carter that much, Sierra. He's just hot, so I was curious. I wanted to see how you'd react. Never thought the princess who boldly kissed her prince back in the day would be so shy now. I knew what I had to do. At the prom, stepping into the hall, I immediately spotted that jerk Robert.
Well, you look sweet today. Long time no see, huh? Wanna dance with me?
No, stay away from me. Suddenly, someone grabs Robert's arm and pushes him away.
Show some respect. Kiara said to stay away from her. And who are you? Her boyfriend.
Oh my god, did he just say that?
Sorry, Kiara. About earlier, I must have made you uncomfortable.
Before I even realized it, I found myself kissing him. Maybe at that time I thought, if not now, then never. I like you, Carter. Wow, did I just say that?
Yes. I like you too, Kiara.
And we kissed again.
What? Study abroad? No way! I haven't even applied yet.
That Daisy, she really spooked me.
You'd be the first to know important stuff like that. I got those straight A's thanks to you.
Thought you could do that with your eyes closed. It was all part of your plan.
There was only Robert in your eyes all the time.
Are you jealous? That's my first successful love story. I'm grateful that I finally decided to be true to myself, so I don't have to live with any regrets. What about you?
Come with me. You don't have to do that.
But
No, you must stay with me.
Jasmine won't follow anyone.
Ah! Stop!
Huh? Hello, I'm Jasmine. Sorry to make you guys see my bad self. I just had a horrible nightmare. Why am I so scared? I will tell you now. I will tell you from the beginning. But before I continue, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. I was born in a family of artists with my grandparents who were famous violinists. As a result, my parents, like father like son, became famous artists behind hundreds of legendary songs.
You are our only daughter, our greatest asset.
Ever since I was little, I've been traveling with my parents around the world, and I love that. Art runs through my veins too. But I was passionate about painting instead of music. It was a long story then, I swear. It was like those freaky situations we watched in K-drama series. You will become the best violinist of all time. Music flows in you. My parents tried so hard to make me love music. They sent me to big conservatories with good teachers. But no, I couldn't. And my parents gradually felt despair. I didn't understand why. Even I thought that I was a dumb kid, the black sheep in my family. I just loved drawing. I could spend all day with crayons. But my parents couldn't understand my work.
What is that?
Do we really look that bad? I knew it. They didn't understand the meaning of the picture I drew. I didn't even know how to explain it to them. But at least they stopped forcing me to take music classes that I didn't like. And most of all, I had Jason, a guy who lived a few blocks away from my house.
Hey, Bunny, it's for you.
Wow, what is that?
Just check it out.
Don't tell me you gave me my favorite paintbrush? Jason was was an energetic guy, and he loved playing pranks on me. But I consider him my best friend. We were born on the same day, in the same hospital, and have been close friends since we were toddlers.
If you're not married after 30, I'll propose to you.
Keep on dreaming. But Jason is a very emotional person, and I love to talk with him. And one more thing, we share the same interests.
We are special, and so are our paintings. They can't be seen with naked eye. They're made to be felt by soul. I'm very proud of what I'm doing. How about you?
Yeah, me too. But it's just, I'm really not sure.
Don't worry. Anyhow, I'll be by your side.
I lay on the grass beside Jason. This is probably the most peaceful time of my life, but I didn't know that there was a storm coming that changed my life forever. He's Nathan, a mature, handsome man, and he was the one who saw my talent. He is my parents' friend's son, a few years older than me. One day, they came to my house and we had dinner together.
Nathan is a brilliant art teacher who attended the Columbus College of Art and Design.
You are the pride of us.
Thank you. You are the ones I admire.
Then we raised our glasses. When everyone was talking, I couldn't keep my eyes off Nathan. I never believed in love at first sight, but I thought I have a crush on this man. I mean, he was talented and sweet. I want to study painting. Can you teach me? Everyone was silent for a few seconds, and it made me blush. Jasmine, what the heck are you talking about? I could feel the smoke come out of my head as all eyes turned on me.
Oh, of course. I'm honored.
Aw, I thought my heart melted because of his sweetness.
But first, I want to look at your painting.
Yeah, of course. Maybe after dinner?
Don't be too nervous, little Jasmine. Friends?
Yes, thank you. I didn't look him in the eye when we talked. I thought I'll get an electric shock if I did that. After clearing the dinner table, I took Nathan into my room to show him my work. I was actually quite shy when a guy walked into my pink room.
Such a cute room. Picasso's paintings. You admire him?
Yes, I have loved his paintings since I was 5 years old. I rummaged through my paintings on the table, but when I turned to give them to Nathan, I stepped on a paintbrush and tripped. Ouch! Nathan caught me before my head hit the floor, and we looked at each other for a few seconds. The silence made me all the more embarrassed.
You know what? I'm kind of worried that my students will be jealous if I show favoritism to you, because maybe you will become the best student in my class.
I'll take that as a compliment, Mr. Harris.
Obviously. But outside the school, you can call me Nathan.
I would attend his class tomorrow, and now I couldn't sleep. I imagined the scenario of doing what I liked with the person I loved. It was out of this world. He would hold my hand to teach me to draw. My heart felt like it was going to explode in my chest when I thought we were going to have a wedding. I even wondered what my baby's name would be with the last name Harris. Suddenly, I was startled when the phone suddenly rang. It was a message from Jason. When I got to class the next day, Nathan opened the door to greet me.
Welcome to my class. I hope I get to know everyone soon. He won't be shy, because she has me here.
Nathan was so surprised to see Jason. Jason is my best friend. He is also very good at drawing. So, Mr. Harris...
It's okay. Come in. I'll introduce you two to everyone.
During class, Jason kept teasing me like the way he used to. Jason, give me that paintbrush over there.
I never knew you liked these boring classes. Look, I haven't got any idea for my assignment. Can I draw you?
It's your business. I didn't want to bother Nathan, so I tried to keep Jason quiet in class. I peeked at him and saw that he seemed to be looking at me. He was smiling while his fingers were dancing on the canvas. My face suddenly turned red again. I liked him, and maybe he liked me too?
Hey, honey bunny, is there something wrong with your brain? Why is your body hot and your face turned red? I think I'll get burned if I sit next to you. Why don't we get out of this boring place to find somewhere to chill?
Come on, Jason. I have to prove to my parents that I'm as talented as them.
What made you change your mind? You...
Don't mind much. Just do well on your test. Nathan has signed me up for a drawing competition, which would be held at the end of next month. From that day on, I went to drawing class every day to practice for the contest. I knew my parents felt reassured to see their daughter working so hard. The relationship between me and Nathan grew closer and closer. I tried to make as much personal space for us as possible. I came to class early and purposely stayed late until everyone had left. As planned, he would offer to take me home.
Time to go home. It's not safe for a cute girl to be left alone in class. I'll drive you home, if you don't mind. I have a few gifts wanting to send to your parents.
Yes! The fish was getting caught on the hook! Now it was all about my ingenuity. Yes, Mr. Harris. I mean, Nathan. I spoke up to break the silence. Nathan, have you ever fallen for a student?
I respect everyone who's studying with me.
No, I mean, like, a couple.
I can't do my job well if I'm emotionally involved. That was the rule I made for myself. But it's a shame. Yes, I've fallen for one of my students.
Oh my god! I knew it! I knew he liked me too. Come on, Jasmine! Tell him about your feelings! You can do it! Confess it, and you two will become a couple!
We've reached your home. I got to get this thing to your parents. See you in class tomorrow. The contest will take place in a few days. Are you spiritually prepared for that day?
Yes, of course. See ya. I missed the chance to confess my feelings. But that's okay. I will do it tomorrow. Certainly. I bought a pair of tickets for tomorrow's Picasso exhibition at the City Museum. One ticket would be mine, and the other, I would give it to Nathan. I knew it was weird if girls confess their feelings first, but we are living in the 21st century, and we are fighting every day for gender equality. No one cares who confesses first, right? As long as we have love. The class that day lasted 3 hours, but I thought it was a century long. Why does time seem to slow down when we await something? You can go first. I have to finish this work.
Don't come back home too late. Call me if needed.
Out of sight, I walked over to Nathan, holding an exhibition ticket in hand. As I approached and his shoulder gradually appeared behind the easel, I noticed that he was sleeping. The blinding shafts of light shone through the glass windows, casting faint streaks of sunlight on his face. He looked so beautiful. I stood there and looked at him for a while until I remembered what I needed to do. I went over to place the ticket on the small table beside him. But when I turned around and accidentally looked at the picture he was in the midst of painting, I was dumbfounded. The guy in the picture, none other than Jason, my best friend. I didn't know how to tell you, but the world around me then collapsed. The darkness was swallowing me. My heart was beating so fast it felt like it was going to explode in my chest. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't believe what I was going through. The person I loved my best friend. I ran away from there immediately. I didn't know how far I had to run. Only when my legs fell apart, I stopped under a big tree. I cried like a child. My first love ended up before it really began.
I won't let anyone hurt you. I've been worried ever since you said you wanted to attend the art class that night. I followed you every day. I know you like Mr. Harris, but I don't know what made you cry when you ran out of the classroom. But no matter what happens, I will always be by your side.
Jason didn't know the truth, and I didn't know how to tell him either. I didn't go to class for a few days after that. I was not in the mood to draw or something. I turned off my phone because I didn't want to talk to anyone, not even Jason.
Jasmine, come here and talk to me, please.
The contest would be held tomorrow, and I was not sure if I wanted to go or not. That night, I turned on my phone and received so many texts from Jason. And there was a message from Nathan.
Please show up tomorrow. For me.
When I arrived in the next morning, I found Jason sitting in the front row.
Jasmine, try your best. Jasmine is #1.
I smiled at him. It was a rare smile after a few days I was in tears. I would do my best for Nathan and for Jason. I got second in that city art competition that day, and Jason rushed up to the stage and gave me a hug. This time, I returned his warm hug.
It's so amazing. Well done, Jazz.
When my parents came and gave me congratulatory bouquets, I suddenly saw Nathan. He just stood silently looking at me from afar and smiled. Then he disappeared into the crowd. A few days later...
I heard that Nathan's going to Germany.
Did he leave again? He's only been home for a few months.
His father said that he wants to pursue his dream of becoming a world-famous abstract artist.
Hi, I'm Jasmine, a famous artist. Are you surprised? But this is my fiancé, Jason. We are engaged and plan to get married next June.
So I don't have to wait until you turn 30 to marry you? Did you send Mr. Harris our wedding invitation?
Yes, he will come to our wedding with his boyfriend.
What? Really? Why didn't I realize it when I was in his class?
I'll keep it a secret. Mr. Harris and I will keep that secret for each other, like a promise. Hey there, I'm June from California. Before diving into my story, don't forget to like and subscribe to MDA.
I'll do anything. Just get better, honey.
My dad's a scientist and an environmental activist. After I got better, I was glued to him. Does June want to come visit France? I always felt unsafe away from him. When I turned 17, I found out people hated my dad, suspecting him of taking bribes in an environmental project. One day, our car was blocked by protesters.
Stop dumping oil into the ocean! It's a crime!
I was shocked, and Dad panicked, telling the driver to speed away. The next day, Dad said I was moving to France to live with my aunt. What? I'm not going anywhere without Dad.
I'm in some trouble, sweetheart. It's what we have to do. I don't want you affected by this negativity. You mean everything to me.
I knew he was just worried about me, but his decision was my worst fear. Living far from Dad? And in France with an aunt I've never met? Oh no. No! I said goodbye to Dad before boarding the plane, trying to look okay for him, but inside I was trembling with fear. It was my first long flight alone. Ah! Don't hurt me!
What? I'm just stowing my bag.
Sorry. When he sat down and talked on the phone, I realized he was French. Wow, his accent's really cool.
Wait, it feels like someone's watching me.
He leaned in to look, turning me beet red with embarrassment. I wish I could just disappear.
Oh, it's nothing. Someone must be dazzled by my good looks.
What? No way! I was just curious about a French guy. Who knew I'd meet a nutcase? Though handsome. I had a bad feeling about this trip. Kid ended up grumpily returning to his original seat. Ugh, over 7 hours sitting next to this crazy dude. As the plane took off, lightning streaked across the sky and it began to rain. I felt so anxious, my heart racing, I could hardly breathe.
Hey, are you okay?
Unable to speak, I just shook my head at him. I'm not scared of heights or flying. I just dread the thought of something happening and never seeing Dad again. Just as I was about to cry, a hand grabbed mine. I looked up and the rude boy was looking at me. Worriedly?
Hold my hand. It'll be all right.
I was speechless, just gripping his hand. Thankfully, the storm passed quickly, the skies cleared. But I felt so embarrassed I stayed silent for the rest of the flight. When we landed, I tried to gather courage to thank him, but he disappeared into the crowded airport. I didn't even know his name. Looking at Paris on the way to my aunt's house, the city was breathtaking. As soon as my aunt saw me, she hugged me tightly. Oh, sweet girl, you must have been so scared. Stay here until your dad sorts things out, okay? I smiled and nodded obediently. That's when I met my cousin. So tall and so hot. Theo, though you've never met, this is June. As he got close and leaned into my face, I awkwardly stepped back.
Silly girl! This is how the French greet!
Looks like you'll have to take her around, Theo. My, everything's so strange, but I hope I'll get used to it soon. It's going to be tough. The next day, Theo made me breakfast with bread, cold cuts, and butter.
Can't forget the croissants! Coffee, right?
Oh, no thanks. Everything here is amazing. It'd be perfect if Dad were here. Wish you were here, Dad.
Once everything settles down, I promise. Enjoy your time in France, sweetie.
Although Dad said things were getting better, I couldn't stop worrying about him.
Oh, come on, girl. You're in one of the world's most beautiful cities. Ditch the blues. I've got something even better for you.
Theo then took me to a stadium. And oh my gosh, a bunch of hot guys were standing there. Angels fallen from heaven?
Oh, that's my soccer team. They said it'd be great if I could bring you today.
I bet my face turned red as they turned around and waved at me. And they're going to do the French greeting thing, right? A guy sitting far away caught my attention. Is he on Theo's team?
Oh, that's Raphael, my best friend. But he's kind of cold to girls. No biggie, just ignore him. Hey, Raphael! Time to hit the field!
But when he turned around, I was breathless. Is that him? The guy from the flight!
June, what's up?
I stuttered, unable to explain this coincidence. But he just walked past me as if he didn't know me. Hello? While everyone was playing, all I could think about was Raphael. Cold? He didn't seem like that day. I later found out Raphael was the only son of an oil tycoon.
He's born to inherit a fortune of millions.
An oil company, huh? Snap out of it. He really doesn't remember me? The next morning, Theo was supposed to take me to the Louvre, but didn't show up.
Sorry, June. I forgot I have to attend Fashion Week. I've got a surprise for you to make it up. Have fun.
Ugh, so annoying, standing me up like that.
Hello?
I turned around and there was Raphael. Theo's surprise?
Theo asked me to come here and babysit you.
So it's really him. That annoying attitude. Why did you ignore me yesterday? I thought I saw your twin or something. Theo said you're cold to all girls. Why are you?
Well, maybe because you're more annoying than them?
You.
Shh, keep quiet or you'll get kicked out.
I got lost admiring the art, all masterpieces. Then my eyes accidentally met Raphael's. He looked so gentle, unlike before. Huh? The kid cried louder when Raphael questioned him. Lost his parents, maybe?
June, watch the kid here. I'll find a guard.
I just nodded. He was so caring, totally different from his earlier attitude. Don't cry, little one. We'll find your parents, okay?
Oh mon fils, elle a l'intention de l'enlever. Où sont les agents de sécurité?
Uh-oh. Her attitude made me think a misunderstanding was brewing. I don't speak French. Suddenly, she grabbed my hand and shouted,
Police! Police!
handing me over to the cops, but I didn't do anything wrong.
Laissez-la partie.
I ran and hid behind Raphael. What's happening?
Don't worry, I'm here.
Raphael held my hand and approached them. The woman's expression relaxed. Then she looked startled. Finally, she apologized and handed us 2 tickets.
She gave us tickets to Disneyland Paris as a thank you.
God, lucky it wasn't a major misunderstanding. We spent almost a day at Disneyland Paris until we were famished. Raphael then took me to a fancy restaurant where I enjoyed all the delicacies, except for escargot. That's going to take some time. Aren't you fond of kids? Why didn't you give up your seat to that little boy on the plane?
Probably because I wanted to sit next to you.
My face turned bright red. So, what does that mean? Could it be...
Look at them! What an adorable couple!
a couple? So annoying. Suddenly, my phone rang. It was a call from Dad. Today was so much fun.
Honey, the lawsuit's getting out of control and things are going downhill.
Worst case, I might have to go to jail.
His words struck me like lightning. Just yesterday, Dad said things were looking up.
What's wrong? Maybe I can help?
I told Raphael everything, but when I mentioned my dad's name, his expression changed.
Your dad's lawsuit. It's tied to my family's company.
Everything felt so eerily coincidental. Was fate messing with me? I left Raphael there and returned home alone. I thought he was someone I could trust aside from my dad. I need to go back to the US. Dad must need me right now.
What's up, kiddo? Didn't have fun out there?
I shook my head, just too drained to speak.
Raphael came looking for you.
I was about to shut the door, but he was quicker.
June, I think we need to have a clear talk. You're planning to go back to the US now?
Yes, when everyone's turning their backs on my dad, I need to be by his side.
If you believe your dad's innocent, I'll help you uncover the truth.
Then I found out my dad had been hiding a lot from me to spare me worry. He got embroiled in a bribery scandal to cover up an oil company secretly dumping waste into the sea where he was researching. That company belonged to Raphael's family in the US.
That's why I had to go to the US to sort out the company's mess. And that's how we met on that flight. My family's company didn't do those illegal things, but your dad believes we're behind everything and framed him.
So there must be a misunderstanding on both sides.
Yes. I'll go back to the US with you. We'll clear this up together.
We sat together on the flight back to the US, much like our previous one. But now our relationship had changed. We reviewed all documents, hoping to find a third party's involvement.
The best way to clear things up is with evidence.
We set up a small tent on a cliff, just waiting to catch the real culprit. As the night got colder, I tried not to shiver. I didn't want him to know I was uncomfortable. He'd make me go back. But I couldn't help it when he asked.
Are you cold?
No, not really. I forced a smile, my teeth chattering. Raphael took off his jacket and draped it over me. He looked into my eyes and for a moment, it felt like a starry sky. He leaned in to kiss me, closer and closer. The sound of a truck engine startled us. Could it be? We jumped up and saw a fuel truck parked near the port.
It's them!
Raphael and I rushed out, quickly pulling the driver out. As we suspected, an oil company wanting to compete in the area with Raphael's family had used my dad for their illegal activities. What a despicable lot. The truth was finally brought to light. At last, we resolved everything. I could be with my dad again. After the stressful ordeal, Dad and I went to France, ready for a long vacation. As Dad fumbled with his greetings to my aunt, I sneaked off to meet Raphael. He took me up to the top of the Eiffel Tower, where we could view the entire beauty of Paris. You know, I've watched so many movies about couples and wish that...
June? Will you be my girlfriend?
I looked at him, surprised and happy, and nodded gently.
I was excitedly decorating my house for Christmas when suddenly someone pushed the door open, making the whole bucket of paint fall on me. Uncle Joe, I've come! Stella, what the hell are you doing here? What are you doing dressing up like a snowman like that? You look lame. You are lame. Shut up and help me bring my suitcase inside. When I was still in shock, my parents rushed over and greeted Stella like a princess. What the heck? Was this a dream? No, it was more of a nightmare. Hi, I'm Melanie, 16 years old, and that blockhead is Stella, my dumbass cousin. For some reason, her dad, who's also my uncle, ordered her to move all the way from New York to live with us for a while. It sucks because Stella and I have never gotten along. She called herself a princess and acted absolutely entitled. However, somehow no matter how spoiled she was, my parents always favored her over me. It was frustrating. That day was the first day of the winter break. According to our annual tradition, my family would hold a small party and invite our friends. Stella and I were assigned to decorate the house and look after the meatloaf, while my parents went shopping. As usual, my spoiled cousin didn't do anything but just lounged on the couch, chatting on the phone while stuffing her face with Doritos. Stella, if you live here, you should help out too. At my house, housework is only for the maids. Plus, it'll ruin my nails. Furious, I threw the broom at her. And at my house, my nails will ruin you if you don't lift your butt and start working. Facing my threat, Stella pouted and got up to clean the house lazily. When the chores were almost done, my phone suddenly rang. It was Tony, my crush. We were both members of the church orchestra, and I had been liking him for an eternity, but never dared to confess. Melanie, can you pick up the uniforms at the laundry and bring them to the church? We're in urgent need of it. Sure. So I left the rest to Stella and quickly left. Luckily, I arrived just in time and Tony was very thankful. I giddily went home, but what awaited me was a scene of disaster. The kitchen was burning and Stella was pouring a glass of water on it. Oh, there you are. The kitchen is on fire. Lame! I screamed in panic and immediately grabbed a fire extinguisher to put the fire out. When I turned around, ready to beat the culprit up, she had quietly fled the scene. Ugh, that brat! And yet, the mess she made was far from over. A few days later, when our family was planning to go on a ski resort, Stella suddenly told us that she had a fever with rash, so she couldn't go. When I took that queen of troubles temperature, to my panic, it showed 45 degrees Celsius. Are you okay, Stella? With temperature this high, you should have passed out. Yeah, well, judging from her stuttering, I bet she was up to no good. I quickly flipped over Stella's blanket, and indeed, she was hiding a hot water bottle there. I rushed over to rub Stella's rashes and discovered they were just makeup. Why do you pretend to be sick? Getting caught red-handed, she dejectedly confessed everything. It turned out, ever since her mom passed away, Stella's dad had changed drastically. He became cold towards her and even forced her to move into our house without even visiting once. She missed him and hated living here, so she was trying everything she could to annoy us in hope that we would send her back to her dad. I shook my head at Stella. That's childish. Why didn't you just tell us the truth? I did, but your parents refused to let me go home. Maybe you can help me leave? You don't like me here anyway. Stella's offer took me by surprise, but she was right. If I helped her get out of here, that would be a win-win for both of us. From that day on, Stella and I became partners in crime. We tried all sorts of tricks to drive my parents crazy and chase Stella away. Once, my cousin intentionally forgot to turn off the faucet, so it flooded the whole house. Another time, I helped her destroy some of my mom's favorite clothes. It was actually funny to see mom's panicky face when she saw the large burnt hole of her dress. One day, my orchestra held an outdoor performance to raise funds for the church. Mom asked me to take Stella with me so she could make some friends. We went door to door and sang Christmas songs, and Tony and I were assigned to lead vocals. However, I was too shy, so I acted silly all day. Seeming to also realize that, Stella approached me with a sly smile. Do you like him? No. Come on, you're like an open book. Then, surprisingly, she offered to help me confess to Tony, but I quickly turned it down out of embarrassment. I thought that topic would end there, but unexpectedly, when I was alone in the break room, Tony came inside. Stella said you asked me for help. What? No. I shyly refused and was about to leave, but to my surprise, I discovered the door was locked. Damn it, must have been Stella's work. Tony and I tried to break down the door, but we weren't strong enough. In the end, we had to stay still and wait for someone to come to our rescue. My cheeks turned bright red when I looked at his handsome features. Afraid that Tony would find out about my feelings, I put a nearby reindeer hat on my head to hide my blush.
What are you doing?
I'm just cold. Being a gentleman, he took off his jacket and handed it to me. The two of us had a good time chatting until Stella finally came and opened the door for us. Before we parted, Tony suggested that we should hang out again. Seeing that, Stella winked at me mischievously. After that incident, my cousin and I became inseparable. However, our plan didn't progress as smoothly as our relationship. One day, she screamed defeatedly. It didn't work! I can't waste any more time! I gotta leave now! I tried to reassure her that we'd eventually figure something out together. But the very next day, Stella had left with my parents' money and car. When my parents found out, they furiously called the police right away. About 12 hours later, Stella was escorted home while she kept shouting madly, "I hate this house!" Then she desperately confessed her whole plan and begged my parents to let her go home. But instead of scolding Stella, they yelled at me for helping her.
Melania, you will be grounded for this.
But I didn't know she would do that. It's not fair. I got angry and stormed back to my room. That night, Stella sneaked into my room to make peace with me, but I was feeling hurt and betrayed, so I firmly turned her away. I also ignored my whole family for days after that. It went on like that until one late night, I was passing by my parents' room and accidentally heard them arguing. Melania is very upset. I think we should let her know.
But what about Stella? We should accept the truth?
I was terrified. What did it mean? Could Stella be their biological child and I was adopted? My mind was spinning with the worst possible scenario, so I decided to push the door open. Tell me the truth, whatever it is. My parents were very alarmed when they saw me. At first, they tried to hide it, but in the end, they decided it was time to let me know. It turned out Stella's dad had cancer because he didn't want to destroy his daughter's heart when she had just recovered from the death of her mother. That poor man decided to hide his condition and forcefully sent Stella to our house. Only after she was gone, he accepted to be treated and was fighting cancer alone in the hospital. It was the very reason my parents always stopped Stella from coming back home. I was beyond shocked and heartbroken to hear that. Turns out, I had mistakenly blamed my parents. Not long after that, we told the truth to Stella. Immediately, my cousin went back to New York to see her dad. After a long emotional conversation and a river of tears, Stella finally understood and promised her dad to behave during the time he was hospitalized. Miraculously, months went by and my uncle's health gradually improved. He has beaten cancer. Stella and I have also become besties. Even though she's happily gone home now, I consider her as my family, and our door will forever open for Stella. It all started the day my younger sister, Patricia, and I were playing hide and seek in the orphanage's garden. Patricia excitedly yelled, "It's your turn to hide! I'm counting now! 10, 9, 8, 7. Suddenly, it started raining heavily while I was running, so I slipped and fell face down in the mud. Out of nowhere, an elderly woman appeared in front of me and smiled gently. "Time to go home, honey. I'll be your new family." After doing necessary papers, the woman adopted me and we both got into her car. Patricia saw that and ran after the car in panic. She kept running and screaming my name, then tripped painfully on a rock. Both of us burst into tears. "Hiya, I'm Grace, 17 years old. I have a sister, Patricia, who's 1 year younger than me. We were both abandoned by our parents at an orphanage in San Diego. When I was 7 years old, I was adopted by Jennifer, the richest woman in the state of Kansas. She couldn't adopt both of us because at that time, a man had already arranged to adopt Patricia. We still kept in touch until the age of 9, but suddenly, Patricia completely cut off contact with me. I couldn't get any information from the orphanage either, so my foster mom helped me hire a detective to investigate. They discovered that she had gone to the Wool Girls boarding school in Missouri. When I asked my mom to let me apply to that school to find my younger sister, she immediately agreed. And just like that, I transferred to Wool boarding school, a very old school with outdated facilities. When I first arrived, I checked in at the dormitory. I looked for my sister's name on the room list, but she wasn't there. So strange. Suddenly, I bumped my head into Lorelai's, a cold tomboy, when she suddenly walked out from the girls' restroom. Both of us fell to the ground as a lump swelled up in the middle of our foreheads. "Hey, watch your step!" "Don't be rude, you also bumped into me." Lorelai stared at me annoyedly. She stood up, walked past me, and even deliberately stepped on my matching necklace with Patricia. "Hey, it's my necklace!" I swore I'd never be friends with a meanie like her. Yet, ironically, she and I became roommates. Another roommate we had was Ariana, a pretty girl who was 1 year younger than me. In stark contrast with Lorelai, Ariana was neat, polite, and gentle. Everything was fine until I introduced my family name, which was well known for being wealthy. From that on, Lorelai constantly criticized me as an incompetent snob and tried all kinds of tricks to bring me down. Once in class, she repeatedly shot paper rocks at my back with a slingshot. Loser. Useless. Parasite. Anyone have questions about today's lesson? Without noticing the teacher, I angrily barked at Lorelai. "Just shut up and stop your crap, okay?" After that, I was punished for being rude to the teacher. Not only that, once in the reading room, Lorelai poured a glass of water straight down on my MacBook. Are you nuts? Oops, I thought a $3,000 laptop would be water resistant. You crazy jerk! We started clawing each other right in the room, and Ariana had to cut in to separate us. She took me outside and applied eyes on my face. Thanks, Ariana. You're welcome, but Why did you come here, Grace? You can go to a much better school. I confessed I came here to find my lost sister ever since we were separated from a San Diego orphanage. Really? I was an orphan from San Diego too. No way. Could it be Ariana was my sister? I gotta find out the truth. According to the detective's information, there was a fire in the orphanage and my sister had burns on her arm. When Ariana was asleep, I decided to check it. Just as I was about to turn her arm over, my mom called me. I hurriedly ran out of the room to pick up her call. Have you found Patricia yet? I haven't, but I'm thinking it might be my roommate. I'm about to look for the burn scar on her arm. Mom encouraged me and said that when I found Patricia, she'd love to adopt her as well. The next day, Ariana went out very early in the morning and returned late at night. When she got back, she hurriedly showed me half of a necklace that resembled mine. Grace, are you my sister? I was bewildered. I immediately pulled Ariana's arm to check and indeed, there was an old burn scar. Oh my god! After almost 10 years apart, I finally found my sister! I hugged Ariana and promised to make it up to her for the rest of my life. After that, I used my influence to ask the school to arrange for us a more comfortable room. We'd never have to deal with that nasty Lorelai anymore. After that, my sister and I stuck together like glue, but whenever I reminisced about the past, Ariana didn't seem to remember. I guess it had been too long after all. Suddenly one day, she told me, "Sis, I don't want to stay here anymore." I know, let's go back home after this term. Mom said she would adopt you too. In order to go to my original high school, Ariana must get at least 1400 SAT scores. It was too much for her, so she asked me to help her cheat. I've never cheated before. But there's a first time for everything, right? But this isn't right. I tore up Ariana's plan, but she grabbed my shoulder and cried loudly. That means you don't want to be with me anymore, do you? Ariana was acting so odd. I didn't want my sister to cheat, but for her to come live with me, it was the only way. When the final exam finally came, my sister and I each wore an AirPod. I peeked at Ariana from the window and helped her solve the exam questions. When I was at the fourth one, I suddenly heard Lorelai's voice. Ariana is cheating! She's wearing an AirPod! I looked up to see the teacher furiously walking towards Ariana. Jesus, that crazy and jealous Lorelai never left us alone! At the end of the day, after the teacher had finished scolding my sister, I immediately went to deal with Lorelai. But to my surprise, I saw her and Ariana arguing in the bathroom. What do you want? To expose a fake. She was naive to believe you were Patricia. I was shocked that Lorelai knew my sister's name. She patted Ariana's shoulder with a winning smile. Come on, we both know who the real stuff is. Ariana pushed her away and threw the necklace at her. Fine, take it back. But Grace will never believe a rude jerk like you is her real sister. It turned out that after overhearing the conversation between me and my mom, Ariana immediately knew that Lorelai was my real sister. She had stolen her necklace to fool me. But what about the scar? Was it fake? I immediately ran over to tear off the fake scar on Ariana's arm. You tricked me? Both of them were shocked to see me. Although Ariana knelt down to explain, I only focused on Lorelai and tried to take her hand, but she jammed it away. I won't go back with you, just leave! She was angry because she thought I abandoned her to go after a new family. She got even madder because after that, I kept bragging about how rich my family was while she was mistreated by her adoptive father, but she couldn't tell anyone because he eavesdropped every conversation she had. That's why she cut off contact with me, changed her name, her appearance, and transferred to a faraway boarding school to escape from him. I hate you! Go away! Stupid! Her mom is filthy rich. She has a huge mansion and it could have been mine if you hadn't shown up. Using a fire extinguisher, Ariana immediately knocked Lorelai down with a blow to her back. Before she could hurt my sister any further, I quickly stopped her. We were struggling and thankfully, Lorelai got up and ran over to give me a hand. We opened the fire extinguisher and blasted Ariana directly in the face, causing her to be covered in thick white foam. Finally, Ariana was arrested for intentionally causing injury. After finishing that school here, I returned to my original high school in Kansas. Lorelai and I talked to each other and cleared all of our misunderstandings. With the help from me and my mom, Lorelai's adoptive father was arrested for child abuse and she has come to live with us. I looked at the burning house in front of me, forcefully picked up a hammer to break the door. I will definitely save her! Then I rushed inside. Only about 10 seconds later, I was back with the cheers of my teammates. No big deal, you're welcome. Turns out my dad unplugged my TV.
Stop thinking about becoming a firefighter.
That's it. You're watching the story of a 20-year-old Alina, the girl with a desire of being a firefighter. My dad, Walter Scott, was the coolest firefighter in the city and my idol in my heart. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I also had a twin brother named Ellen. We looked so similar that even my dad couldn't distinguish. The only difference between us was his highly passionate about ballet.
Look at that weakness. How can Ellen protect his sister?
Then let me protect him. I will be like you, the best firefighter.
No way. Get rid of that thought right now.
What was wrong with my dad? Why couldn't I become a firefighter? One day, after returning from the fire station, he brought back a leaflet and excitedly showed it to Ellen.
Look, there will be a firefighter career orientation course. I'll also directly instruct students.
Look at my brother's nonchalant eyes. It was clear he didn't care what Dad was saying. So great! Can I join?
Don't say nonsense. This is to train your brother to be a real man. Right, Ellen?
For some reason, Ellen suddenly got angry, snatched the leaflet from my father's hand, and tore it into pieces.
What do I need to learn from this malarkey to be a real man? You don't know anything, Dad!
Then he kicked my dad and me out of the room. That made my dad's mood worse.
Is my offer to Ellen excessive?
Then he said that he would have to be away for 10 days to teach that course, hoping that Ellen and I could take care of each other.
I really want Ellen to be a little stronger. Only then can I hand you over to your brother.
I tried to comfort him, but in my mind, I devised a horrible plan. My chances is coming. After my dad left, I would sneak around pretending to be Ellen and attend my dad's course. That night, I decided to cut my long hair, wrap my chest, and put on my brother's clothes. And look at me! I look really cool! When I was sneaking out step by step, I discovered a black shadow in front of me. Is that a thief? I rushed towards the thief and kicked his ass.
That hurts! Stop it, Alina!
Huh? Ellen? It turned out that my brother was also planning to sneak off to attend a ballet show at the David H. Coe Theater organized by his dance troupe. After listening to my explanation, Ellen didn't hesitate to give me his identification.
Take it. Let's make our dad proud.
I happily took it, then said goodbye to Ellen and set off. The course took place in a fire station. As soon as I walked in, my dad called me. Oh, no, it should be my brother.
Ellen? It's really you, Ellen. Why did you suddenly change your mind?
Well, Alina spent last night persuading me. My father happily gave me a hug, but the hug seemed a little too long.
Dad? Why are two men hugging each other?
Hearing that, my father immediately let go of me, then looked at me from head to toe.
Well done, son. So, are you ready for the tough training?
Yes, sir.
So the next day, I was woken up at 5 a.m.
Students must gather at the yard within 5 minutes!
But how can a girl prepare everything so quickly? By the time I got to the field, the other students had already run halfway around the field.
It's too late to appear.
I'm sorry.
Do you know that many people will be in danger if you're 1 minute late?
I immediately froze. Then I was punished by running while carrying a sack. After running 2 laps, I was exhausted. I realized my eyes were fading and what happened. I immediately fell into a guy with strong muscles. When I came around, my father was anxiously sitting next to me and holding my hand.
I think I expected too much from you. You should pack your things and go home.
No! I can do it. Give me another chance, please.
That's right. Give him another chance.
That was Neil, a student of the course and also the person who helped me when I fainted. After Neil and I begged him with all our might, I was finally allowed to stay. So from that day on, I woke up every day at 4 a.m. to practice running with a sack. I could feel the muscles on my arm already. The next day, we had climbing practice. It wouldn't matter if I realized this ladder was 90 feet high. I closed my eyes and climbed up quickly. Don't look down. Just a few minutes later, I climbed to the top.
Yeah, I can do it!
You're so good, Ellen!
Neil's cheers from below spurred me on, but when I was about to climb down, I was dizzy. Why is it so tall? In the end, my dad had to use a crane to get me down. That funny incident was quickly spread by all students. Oh no, I couldn't embarrass my dad like that. Tomorrow I would definitely regain his face. The next day was the practice of putting out the fire. This would definitely be the hardest lesson. After learning all the steps to put out the fire by heart, I took a deep breath.
Next, Ellen Scott.
Before going forward, Neil even patted me on the shoulder to encourage me. I ran as fast as I could to the hose reel. and headed straight for the burning building. Suddenly, the force of the water increased so violently, I completely lost control of it. I tried to turn it off, but the water force hit the ground and sent me flying like a jet. Of course, I couldn't avoid the mocking laughter of the other students and the depressed sigh of my father. With Neil's help, I returned to my room in a drenched situation. I had just taken off my wet shirt when suddenly my dad rushed in.
Ellen,
I quickly put my wet shirt back on. Dad,
have you seen it? Actually, I already know you're Alina.
as it turned out, right from the first day of the course, when my father recognized my familiar gesture, my true identity was easily revealed. All this time, he deliberately made the test more difficult because he wanted me to give up on my dream of becoming a firefighter. But why can't I follow my dream? My father just slowly pulled out from his wallet a picture of him with a girl who looked a lot like him.
That was my sister. At this time, I was still a normal student. She was a firefighter. Then she sacrificed herself to save me in a school fire.
That was why Dad didn't believe that women could become firefighters and didn't want such tragic things to happen to me. He hoped Ellen could protect me as a way of atonement for him to his sister.
You should pack your stuff and get out of here.
But before I could say anything else, the alarm suddenly rang and my dad received an emergency summons.
Emergency! Emergency! There was a fire at the David H. Cole Theater!
Isn't that where Ellen is performing? I begged my father to let me go, but he refused. So I decided to sneak into the changing room and steal turnout gear and sneak into the fire truck. When we arrived, the fire was so terrible. My dad quickly rushed inside. After a long time, I still didn't see him back, so I panicked and ran inside. Surrounded by the smoke, I tried to find and saw Ellen trying to lift the large wooden plank that was resting on my dad's leg.
Alina, go out! It's dangerous!
No! We will work together to save Dad! 1, 2, 3! Fortunately, the hardships I practiced in the course helped me successfully save my dad. After that, my father recovered very quickly from that accident. He also thanked me and gradually understood my dream.
I'm so proud to have a daughter like you.
Then I also confessed my identity to Neil. Although he was surprised, Neil was very understanding and always encouraged me to pursue my dream.